Hi, this is Kim and Jordan.
Unscripted, a podcast with a little real estate and a lot of lifestyle, and you never know what you're going to get.
Today we are in Moore County, North Carolina. Jordan is making a move, so we will be servicing 2 markets. So today I want to know all about Moore County.
So I will start it with I'm nervous, but I guess being here and we found our house, I am getting more excited. I do love Southern Pines, so we are close to downtown Southern Pines, where we currently are. There's always things going on, and you can kind of feel that energy down here. It's like a little buzz, and
Yeah.
it's got some cute little shops. I like it that it's, quaint,
Right.
but there's still things here, like just like we were talking about. So there's still a commercial area where there's chain restaurants. There's a TJ Maxx, there's a big Target, there's a BJ's.
Yeah, so you have the comforts of home, but they're not very far away.
Yes, exactly.
So you've lived here before, so this is not new to you.
Yes, yes. So Aaron and his family have lived in Whispering Pines for over 20 years. And then, so that's where Aaron brought me home. And Aaron and I lived there for a little while when we first graduated. And then we lived in Carthage for a while. This is where I got my first big girl job at LKC Engineering. And then we kind of popped back around. And then we ended up back here again in Aberdeen when my oldest was like 6 months old. And so we were there for 2.5 years.
It just keeps calling you back.
I guess we were just meant to be here, which is, I never thought it, but it's meant to be.
So when I first found out that Jordan was coming here, I'm like, my North Carolina geography is not as good as it probably should be. I had no idea where we're going. So today when I'm driving up here, I'm like, I really like this. It's a little off the beaten path, but I don't think it really is. Coming from the beach, it's a little bit off the beaten path. But if I'm coming from Raleigh, it's not.
You can shoot up Highway 1 and be to Raleigh in under an hour, depending on where you are in Moore County. So I'm also excited about that because we can get to Durham, go to the DPAC, and go to the shows, and we don't have to stay up there. We can just shoot up and then come back. But the drive from the beach is not that bad.
No, it was an easy drive. It really was. And there's a lot of opportunity up here. There's a big military presence. I am a military spouse. However, I never had to PCS and move, but I understand the terms and how the military works. My husband's been in there for 21 years.
Yes.
So I understand that part, and those people are professional movers. Yes. The military spouses are professional movers. That's all there is to it. So there's a big military presence here, but there's also like vibrant golf communities. So you get there's a little bit of everybody. It's a melting pot.
It is a melting pot. So you're seeing more families moving here. Of course, there's military, but you're seeing more younger people demographically coming here as opposed to when I was first introduced to the area. I felt like it was more retirees. Of course, you still have that, and it's a great place to retire, but a lot of military live here. My brother-in-law is right now in Whispering Pines, and he drives back and forth to Fort Bragg, so it's a pretty easy drive. And then this is such a wonderful place to live that I think a lot of military families are landing here as opposed to closer to Fayetteville.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. And right now we're sitting at the stage of the Sunrise Theater, and I've learned that we have, within the proximity of here, we have a train station.
Yes.
We have a coffee shop. We have several little niche stores. There's live entertainment. I hear there's a brewery somewhere.
There's several breweries down here, which I am very excited about. And restaurants. There's several new restaurants since we've lived here. And so we're trying a couple of them, and I'm excited to That's what I told Aaron. I said, we're not going to the same place. Let's just keep going around. And
It's hard when you find something you really like.
I know. Well, So Pies is right around the corner, and that is Poppy's, my dad's favorite pizza ever. And so we took the girls there because, you know, now they're old enough to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Sophia is in love with the garlic knots.
That's hilarious. So I mentioned there's a train station right here. It actually is a real train station.
Yes.
You can go.
You can get on the Amtrak, and
Amtrak. Okay.
the Amtrak goes up to New York and all the way down to Miami.
Nice.
So I think every day it goes from New York to Miami and then
Back up.
But Aaron and I took it, I think that was our senior year of college. It's been a while, but I'd love to take the girls on it and go up to DC.
I've never been on a train.
It's slower.
Except for like the subway train
Okay. So
in New York City. That's about it.
it's slower here, and I learned that the Amtrak is slower here as opposed to, you know, like in Europe, you get on it and it's fast, you get somewhere. So you have to have patience, I think, with the Amtrak here, but it's because it stops for freight trains.
Okay.
So I learned that when we did it, but it's a great time. I would much rather, we got to relax and have a drink, and
Yeah.
it's a little cafe cart that we went and ate.
Nice. I think I'd like to try that sometime.
It's a whole experience.
Yes. So what else can you tell me about this area? Like if somebody calls and is like, you know, I really want to move, I'm not really sure where, but I'd like a small town feel, but, you know, not super expensive.
So that would be, and it's the same advice too
At the
in
beach.
Brunswick County. The biggest first step is the areas. So that's what I'm working on right now, is making some videos about the different areas. So you have Aberdeen and Whispering Pines, and then you have Southern Pines and Pinehurst, and there's several different areas. So it depends on how close you want to be to the commercial areas. Do you want to be in walking distance to Southern Pines? You're going to pay a premium
Right.
for that. So if you want something still walkable and more affordable, maybe Aberdeen is where you want to land. If you want to be, you know, there's downtown Pinehurst where you can walk to downtown Pinehurst. You're going to pay a premium for that, but it's gorgeous down there. And then of course you think of Pinehurst as the golf course community, but you turn around and can throw a rock and hit a golf course here. So it's not limited to Pinehurst if you want to be in a golfing community.
Right. So let's tell everybody how this is going to work with us.
Okay.
So I'm still living in Brunswick County, staying in Brunswick County. You're still in Brunswick County now.
Yes.
Until the end of the school year. But you're still going to service Brunswick County.
Yes.
And in some capacity, but I'm also there as well.
Exactly.
So if anybody wants to list their house, they have me full-time there. If they want to list their house up here, they full-time have you up here. And we plan to just, you know,
But we're still going
Come
to
in.
work together. So say we are listing a house here, Kim will come in and we'll do listing photos, and we'll still do the same kind of marketing that we're doing now. You're still going to get 2 for 1, which I think is nice. And then we'll still have our strategy calls where we are talking all different viewpoints of how best to serve our clients, which I think is one of the things that makes us stand out and gives our client a step above.
right. You know, we're both going to be there for pictures, for staging, the initial appointment to, you know, to tell you how you need to stage, because that's something I think in the new year we're really going to focus on more.
Yes.
Because we have found that it works.
It works, and I wanted to use my experience as a trial as well, because I was like, okay, let's see. I've been telling our clients ABC that this is what works, and so I did what I want our clients to do. Now, can everybody do exactly what I did? No, but we can take bits and pieces from what we've learned in my experience and put that into our listings.
Yeah, I just talked to one of our clients who's getting ready to close on their house, but they've already moved to their other house. And she's like, we really need to downsize more. And if she would have trusted the process and done
Yes.
that to begin with, I think her house would have sold for a lot more money.
I think it would have sold quicker too.
And quicker, definitely. But not everybody has the luxury, and not everybody wants to listen.
No, and that's true. So listings we do together, and then buyers we do separately. So I have great clients in Brunswick County, so I'll still be back and forth for my buyers as well, especially in Oak Island and Southport is what I'm thinking.
But if you can't make it, I'm always still there.
Exactly.
And if I have people that, I know a couple of military families that are at Fort Bragg, they went to school with my kids. But if they call me, because a lot of my kids' friends call and say, where do we go or what do we do? I have somebody with boots on the ground right here that I trust wholeheartedly with my own kids, let alone somebody else's.
Exactly, and that's how I feel too, is that if I have somebody that calls and, life gets crazy, so say I can't be there, I feel the same way, is that I can fully trust you. I know that my clients are going to be treated like I would treat them, which is like family. And so I think it's going to be great. I was so nervous about it in the beginning. I did not want to tell you when it was happening because my husband is starting a new career, and so it's been a huge year.
Yes.
And I feel like you and I were just getting on a roll, and it was like, oh no.
The thought that I might have wanted to choke you a little bit, actually no, choke Aaron a little bit, really did cross my mind. No, just kidding. It just was like,
maybe it's just a little joking.
I just love having what we have, and the thought of it ending really made me sad. So I'm glad that we're going to continue.
Yes, I think it's going to be great when you realize that it was only 2 hours away and not
6. Geography, guys, geography. I'm getting it though.
Yes. So I think it's going to be great, and I am excited for the future.
All right. So that wraps up for today. We will be back with another episode. Please subscribe and like our podcast and tell your friends about it.
If you have anything that you would like us to discuss on any of our next podcasts, let us know. Till next time.